I never thought I would end up letting all of you down. Don't miss me. I don't deserve it. I'm not worthy. I don't have a job, probably won't get one. No one hires a loser. It's amazing to look at my grade sheet. A few more letters and it'll look like an alphabet chart. I did have dreams, just like everyone. But now it's pretty empty. All this positivity, the constant smiling, telling people that I'm okay, even though I'm not. To my parents, thank you for being the best. I'm sorry I turned out to be such a waste.
This is the suicide note of Mark Andrews Charles, a 20-year-old student from one of the best universities of the country. He did everything he was told by his parents and the society to make them happy and proud. However, in the whole process, he forgot to leave a little for himself. He considered himself a complete failure just because of his unsatisfactory grades and he couldn't find a job. Eventually, he died by suicide. Welcome to India. According to UN population prospect, India has the most number of youth in the world. Oh yes, we are young, energetic, and full of life. But the question is, are we? Our children are overprotected and prevented from enjoying a free and adventurous childhood. Our youth are not allowed to ask questions or even have an opinion. And this has led us to not think out of the box or even be creative. And as a consequence, Indian young minds are not known for any path-breaking invention, let it be in the field of arts or music, philosophy, or even technology. And that's a problem. Why? Why our youngsters are not thinking out of the box? Because it's up to parents in our country to decide who their children play with, what they study, who they marry, when to have children, how many, and if possible, a son first. Yeah, it is. This immense pressure of expectation has led our youngsters to give up their dreams and aspiration. It has also not, it has constrained our youngsters to not do something unconventional or even take risk in our life. Every year, 2.9 million students enroll for engineering. Oh yes, 2.9 million. That's a number of some of the countries in the world. 2.9 million. Most of them not out of their passion, but by the force of their parents. And I was one of them. I had no interest in engineering. I was bored and frustrated that I didn't even want to write my exam or get my degree. Even today, many of my relatives shame me for that. But apparently they were so proud of me when I found this job in a consulting firm. Well, in the beginning, everything was so good. But as time passed, me and my colleagues were just waiting for weekends to come. And I still remember there were days where I was praying that, oh God, that Mondays didn't come again. Mondays don't exist. And I felt like a machine. I was repeating the same work over and over again. I lost interest in my life and in my future. It took a while for me to realize that I was living in my comfort zone and it was killing me. For the first time, I started to take decision for myself. I resigned my job and I went for a volunteering program in Rajasthan for 3 months. And believe me, that changed my life and the way I, my whole perspective has been changed after that program. After that, I worked with many social organizations across the country. I never missed an opportunity to travel or even explore different cultures. And when I look back, I could see how those journeys have helped me to come out of my comfort zone and even challenge my fears. And this exactly is the philosophy that we are going to follow at my organization, Khoj. The word Khoj means to search in Hindi. We want to create this experiential learning journey for our youth to learn, unlearn, and relearn more about themselves and their interest. We have designed an adventurous 8-month program, and we have named it the Great Indian Treasure Hunt. Through the Great Indian Treasure Hunt, we want the participants to come out of their comfort zone to growth. I believe in order to grow in our life, we all have to pass through these 5 zones. The inner circle of comfort zone is where we feel safe and in control. And most of us, like I'm sure many of you must have been there or are there, we don't really want to come out of that comfort zone because there are fears that we have to cross. But once you transform this fear into curiosity, is when you start learn new things and grow in your life by having new dreams and aspirations. And now you must be wondering, how are we going to achieve this in 8 months' time? So for that, we have designed a 6-phase curriculum. Let me take you through that. The first phase will be Sky, the distant vision. So this will be an orientation phase where participants will come together and they will set clear goals and objectives that they want to achieve by the end of the journey. The second phase, Water, setting the flow. In this phase, the journey begins. The participants will be traveling in teams across the country. In this phase, they will do an internship they will volunteer with organizations that are working in the field of environmental and wildlife protection. Fire, action into energy. So in this phase, the participants will do a 2 months of volunteering with organizations that are working with social issues. Here they will be also building something. They will be converting their energy into action by building a house for homeless in a rural village, or they will be setting up libraries. So these are some of the actions they will be doing in association with the partnering organizations where they will be placed. And the next phase is Metal, molding their personality. So this is a reflective phase where these participants will come together and they will celebrate their journey so far. They will share what were their experiences and their challenges so far. Next phase will be Earth, nurturing the growth. So in this phase, these selected participants will do a 6-week internship with organizations and corporations to get more of professional skills, which will be used in their life later. And the final phase is Air, feel the shift. In this phase, the participants will come together and they will present their challenges, their learnings, and their achievements in front of a jury. And this jury will select one team. The winning team, along with all other teams, will get a treasure fund, which they will use to set themselves free. So they can use this amount to start their own startup. They could start their own social venture, or even learn something new, a course that they always wanted to learn. So by the end of the treasure hunt journey, what we are expecting is these participants would have collectively planted and cultivated 3 acres of land. They would have cleaned 5,000 square meters of water bodies, completed 8 action projects across the country, and in total accounting 5,000 hours of volunteering. So, yeah. So now let me ask you something, before I end my speech. Have you ever shied away from chasing your dreams just because of what others might think? Wow, so bad. Or have you even dared to dream? Yeah? Okay, good, that's good. Well, 4 years ago, December 2017, I quit my job to pursue my dreams, and here I am.
Embark on an adventure, a series of life-changing events that will take you to the ends of India. Break your shell of comfort, try something new and unconventional. Rise to the challenges we face as a nation and the world. Search for solutions and in the process, find yourself. But life, of course, is bigger than just you. Work with a team of like-minded youth in different sectors. and be a part of the change you want to see in the world. Join the great Indian treasure hunt. Dare to dream and have the courage to chase them.
Thank you.